everyone, welcome back to Rebirth Your Mind podcast. I'm your host, Raylene, and today we're going to be talking about low vibrations, how they really impact your entire reality. I want to start off by saying we are all natural detectives and we can all naturally sense when something's off. So, when something's off with your friend or your partner, you can tell just by their actions, you can tell by their tone, and that's you picking up the vibration that they're giving out. So, example, you can tell immediately when you're at work that someone's gonna have a bad day just by the way they walk into the building, their face, or even how they speak. And you can also tell like the opposite. If someone comes in, they're super smiley, posture's great, they're enthusiastic, that can show that they're in a high vibration, right? Now, there's other things as well that we might not notice that also carries vibration. Everything has a vibration to it. Even if you don't see it, everything has a frequency, everything has atoms, everything has a vibration to it. It's just a matter of sensing and like a matter of like tapping into it. But if you're able to like kind of just sit down and focus, you can even look at your plants and you can see just the wind pushing them. And you can see, if you're able to focus, you can see your plants even moving. Because I'm staring at my plant right now and it's literally moving. It's so crazy. But that's a frequency, that's a vibration. Your plant has life and it has its own vibration in its own world. And it's there, it's thriving. And if you don't nurture it, if you don't give it water, it starts to die out, the vibration starts to go low. Things as well that are vibrational are like conversations. Even if the tone is good, people can be really passionate and they're like talking negatively. And anything that's negative, of course, is going to be a low vibration. That can be drama, gossip, that can be negative self-talk to ourselves as well. Anything that has a negative intention behind it, even if it can come off as funny. Like, I used to think making fun of other people was like funny. I wasn't into vibrations or like knowing what the frequency was behind what I was saying. But it was a reflection of how I felt within myself. And within myself, I was low vibrational because I wasn't happy and I wasn't meeting the goals that I wanted to meet. And it manifested through the conversations I would have. And it was initially like making fun of myself or making fun of other people. I mean, I had friends, I had lots of friends. At least I thought they were friends that all related. We all had like the same conversations and we would always talk about other people or really, have long conversations about how we felt about ourselves. And it was always very negative and very sad and very low. Another thing is music. Music has a frequency, music has a vibration. I know if I'm going to go out, I will change the whole frequency. I'm like on a hot girl summer, hot girl night, I want to turn up. I would put on like Sexy Red, Glorilla, all of those frequencies that had that vibration attached to like the person I wanted to be. The same thing with like positive music. Now, when I go to the gym, I love listening to gospel music. I did not like gospel music for a long time. Like, I could not align with the frequency of it. Honestly, I am telling you, being in that high loving vibration, I'm able to run longer, do harder workouts, able to focus more as opposed to like listening to hip hop or rap. People that are making this, I don't think they have negative intentions or vibration. It just brings up a different part of me. And I show up differently when I listen to the songs. So I just don't listen to it anymore. Let's talk about conversations. Sometimes if we're at work or if we get put on like a third way call, for example, I was just put on a third way call. I called my boyfriend. He likes to merge calls sometimes and I don't know he's doing that. So he merged a call with, I don't know who this person was. Conversation was talking about how someone got shot, how someone just got killed at a club and this and that. And I literally clicked the call because I was like, wait, I'm not about to tune into that. I just finished watching personal growth videos on YouTube. Like, I had just watched maybe an hour's worth of like 3 different videos. I was able to knock out a lot of stuff just by listening to that stuff that was high vibrational, like cleaning, organizing my space, eating a good breakfast, just being very high intentional, right? So when I heard that call, I was like, nope. I'm clicking. I literally texted my boyfriend. I was like, baby, you know better than to include me in a low vibrational conversation. Yes, conversations that we have can definitely change our frequency. So if we're entertaining low vibrational conversations, it manifests to our reality. And I'm going to explain why. Vibrations also are connected with emotions. And I want to say this in a way where I don't lose you. Anything that has emotion is going to trigger your subconscious. So your subconscious rules you because it carries 95 to 97% of data. What that means is your entire brain is ruled 95 to 97%, damn near 100, is ruled by your subconscious. Your subconscious only communicates through emotion, visualization, and repetition. So when you have a conversation with someone, for example, the conversation that I was in, immediately there was visualization and emotion attached to it because literally I'm seeing the club, I'm seeing someone get shot, I'm seeing all of these things, and now my subconscious is starting to take all of that information, take all of that data. If it's getting into your subconscious, one, your brain doesn't know that this is a story, it doesn't know what really is happening. All it knows is that this is your reality. So if I'm interpreting a whole image, someone saying something like someone's getting shot up, XYZ, my brain is internalizing that and making that normal. Now, of course, it would be a lot of repetition to like really normalize that and that be like my lifestyle, because obviously that's not going to be my lifestyle. But if I allowed to have conversations like with these types of people daily, that would now impact and internalize into my entire reality. So how do you start avoiding low vibrational things? The first thing is you want to be able to identify it consciously. So consciously, you need to be able to start training yourself. Does this benefit me? Does this benefit my energy? Do I see good coming out of this conversation? Do I see good coming out of this experience? If it's not benefiting you, or it's truly not aligned to what your future self wants to be or do, that's the first indicator of pulling away from those situations. Sometimes it's just keeping busy, keeping busy doing something that is aligned more with you. Now, what if it's like your whole circle is low vibrational? What do you do in that case, right? Well, first, if your whole circle and your whole community, do you feel like it's constantly negative or constantly holding you back? You have to make an executive hard decision. And sometimes you don't even have to make the decision, because when you start being high vibrational, those people kind of just start pulling away. They don't align with it no more. And the people that are on that journey, they'll stick around. Example, I had 3 really close friends a couple years ago. 2 out of the 3 are constantly going through something really difficult and challenging in their lives. Now, this was for years. One of them I was friends with for 6, 7 years. The other one I was friends with for 3 years. For the majority, I feel like it was constantly low vibrational and just truly not aligned with me. Now, my third friend, she also was going through challenges, but she was resilient and would be very goal oriented. So she was constantly striving to grow her personal brand, move progressively up, even when things were challenging. Long story short, the other 2 people, situations came up where they were forced to be out of my life. And now I'm only friends with one of the girls out of the 3 now. And we've been friends. It's actually one of my closest friends. She's extremely ambitious. She's extremely driven and truly is aligned with where I want to be at. So now I am limited. My circle is a lot more smaller, but the quality of the friend is way worth it, because when I have conversations with this friend, it's not, hey, what are the top 20 things that are going wrong in your life, which is okay. You want to hold space for your friends as well. But it's more of hey, what's the update? Where are we at? And it's always hey, I've been able to do this. I've been collabing with this. These things are going good. It's just all these good things are happening to my friend. And it's I love this for her. I love this for her because it's high vibrational. She's aligned with who she really wants to be. So it's so important to have those types of friends, especially if you have major goals for yourself. And even if you don't have major goals for yourself, if your one goal is to just feel good and feel happy, it starts within your circle. It starts within the community. And you got to align yourself with people that are more like-minded. And I promise you, starting within yourself as well is going to attract those people. When you prioritize yourself and you love yourself and you pour into yourself, even listening to something like this is you pouring into yourself because you truly care about yourself. That manifests entirely into your reality. So if there's one key takeaway I would give to you, is start off with yourself, pouring into yourself, being more consciously aware of the conversations that you have and the conversations that are being had around you, the conversations that we allow to be present in our circle, and starting to push away, even if that's just starting off with one conversation, and maybe that's just saying, hey, I'm actually gonna let you go, I have some stuff to do, and creating that space where you start to fill your own circle and you start to fill your own space with more positive frequencies. I promise you, it gets easier. The law of attraction locks in immediately and starts presenting you with more and more high vibrational experiences. If you love this episode and you want to hear more, please let me know. Please give this episode a like, a subscribe, and leave a comment below if there's anything else you'd like for me to cover. Thank you so much, and until the next one.